Hey, what's going on, friends? I was thinking today about how God and our relationship with God is really like the training wheels for all of our human relationships. In fact, I really believe that our relationships with the people around us, with family, with coworkers, with students, the people that we are in relationship with, that those friendships flourish to the level that we really allow our relationship with God to flourish. I think that sometimes we kind of fool ourselves into thinking that our relationship with God kind of doesn't play a role in how we relate to other people. But I really believe that the safest place to learn how to be a good friend is in your relationship with God. Think about it. Like, God himself is always steady, always loving, always forgiving, always graceful. He's always at his best, no matter if we're at our worst or not. And I think that helps us discern and discover how we should help other people. In fact, the way God treats you and reacts to you and I when we're difficult, when we fail, when we mess up, I think that's to show us what it's supposed to look like to love somebody else when they mess up, when they're being difficult, when, man, they need grace extended to them. I think that our relationship with God really does flourish. And as our relationship with God flourishes, our relationship with other people can flourish as well. I think that we have to look at our relationship with God as practice for relationship with other people, which means that we need just to practice every day loving God. Like, practice loving God with all your heart, with full sincerity. I think there's a lot of people talking about authenticity lately. And I think that the truest form of authenticity is loving God with your whole heart. Like you can be the most authentic version of yourself with God. Because he's not scared, he's not worried, he doesn't shift or change. He's not going to have a bad day just because you had a bad day. Like, he's fully himself all the time, and so we can be authentic. I think loving God with all of our energy and our passion is great practice for what it looks like to love other people with all of our energy and all of our effort and all that we could muster up inside of us. I think a relationship with God can be emotional, and therefore we can bring emotions into the relationships that we have with all of other humans and other people around us. I think that practicing in our relationship with God is the best practice for relationships with other people. In fact, if you're not feeling like your relationship with the people around you is flourishing, might I encourage you to take a look at how well your relationship with God is doing. And maybe, just maybe, if you're having a lot of friction in the relationships with the people around you, maybe it's a specific coworker, maybe even in your own home, might I suggest to look at the friction that maybe you're sensing between you and God? God's not frustrated, but you might be. And maybe it's time to be authentic, to come to the Lord and practice something in your relationship with God. And as you practice healthy relationship activities or emotions or attitudes with God, I think that's going to translate later into loving other people. I think that as we love God, we'll be able to love other people. Hey, so practice today with God. Spend some time, talk with him, vent, be honest with who you are with him. He can handle it. He's ready. He loves you, and he's waiting to have a flourishing relationship with you. Hey, hope this has helped you today. Have a little bit of faith. I'll talk to you again soon.